Hey everybody, welcome to another video review by CigarFellas.com. My name is Moose, this is Loki, and today it's that time of year where we are going to review the Monster series. These are the full size. This will be the Frank. We're going to start with number one. We're going to go all the way through, including the Jekyll, which my dress box of Jekyll shipped today. So today is Monday, the, I don't know, 12th, 13th. No, it's later than that. Is it? It's right around.
I think it's the 13th.
Yeah, I think it is the 13th.
Good
and yep, exactly. The 13th. What a great day to start this out. So it is October 13th, 2014, and like I said, we're actually going to start with the Frank. I've got a few construction issues here. These things have, I mean, obviously anybody that knows anything about the Monster series realizes these things have some age on them. Mine was gifted to me. I don't think it's going to affect it that much, so I'm not going to really, you know, get all bent out of shape over it, but I don't know. I'm ready to find out what a Frank tastes like. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like always, I am going to use a Cigar cutter. This is the all steel, and I think Ryan's got my redwood. Really kind of looking forward to this, to be honest with you. No going back now. And I think I'm even going to let Pete Sr. do the honors of lighting this. This lighter was given to me by one of the Johnsons, and yeah, way to go, Ryan.
We'll have to do this again.
Do what again? What'd you forget?
The lighter.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, we don't even need to edit it. So what, you forgot your lighter. So I am toasting this with this.
Draw's pretty tight on this.
Mine actually, believe it or not, is pretty loose, but could be for my construction issue. And we'll find out. Let's see. It takes a good amount of time here to.
Taste that barnyard funk on that side of the wrapper.
The aroma is pretty nice, though. The aroma's got kind of a dry earth. A little bit of sweetness behind it. That first retrohale for me was not as peppery as I expected. However, I mean, as long as these things have been sitting, I think that it's fair to say that it may not be as powerful as it once was.
They're very smooth. Kind of mellow.
That second retrohale had a little bit more spice to it. Kind of a nice slight red pepper. I still get some of that earthy note on my palate, but at the same time in the retrohale I get a little bit of wood. So I would say a little bit of oak in the retrohale for me anyway.
I get the wood up front and the pepper on the back.
I agree with that. That is very nice. Well, I sure hope this band comes off in one piece. I'd really like to keep these bands. I'm not even going to mess with mine. I'd be afraid. Well,
mine's so loose it just...
Oh, you know what? So is this one, to be honest with you, except it just caught, so I'm going to put it right back.
probably should have left it on, but by this time you guys all know what it is.
That is very smooth. It's very delicious, to be honest with you. The finish is extremely long on my nose. I'm sorry. It's still going. And as I swallow, I actually get it kind of dragging in my nose again, which is actually really nice. Typical tat for me, to be honest. I get that with a lot of Tatuajes that I smoke. I get that kind of really long finish, especially deep in the back of my nose.
Just trying to place the flavors I'm getting right now. It's probably a little early. Past the char, start to open up a little more.
I definitely get a lot of spices and pepper on the tip of my tongue.
A lot of pepper.
As it's drawing across the tip of my tongue.
But not
overpowering.
Right, not overpowering like some cigars. You just keep pepper bomb right in your face.
It's very nice, to be honest. It is. It's very, to be honest, it's very delicious. I can't wait until I get past this construction issue. I really don't want to have to try to put a flame to this thing again. Pete Sr. did a good job, but with this construction issue that I had at the bottom, it's kind of starting to peel back. But I'm going to ride it out. I'm going to let it do its thing. It's all leaf. It'll burn eventually.
It's a big cigar.
It is a big cigar. As a matter of fact, I can tell you exactly how big. Can't believe I just stood up. But she is, looks like she started out at 7.5 inches. And I'd say 50 ring gauge. 50 ring gauge, it slides kind of nice. 48 is a little tight. I wouldn't want to try to put it through the ring gauge tool. So I would say 7.5 by 50. And I don't know, but I'll tell you what, I sure wish I had a full box of those, huh? This is
Good luck.
Yeah, right. This is box number 119, by the way. And as you can see, there's the rest of the other boxes up there. Minus the Jekyll, but like I said, Jekyll's on his way. I did get shipping confirmation today through UPS, or I'm sorry, yeah, UPS. So at the end of this, which will be next Monday, we'll smoke the Jekyll. That is, if we have every day available, which I hope that we do. I know I do. I'm going to pressure Ryan to have the same. It's only 2.5 hours, 3 hours out of your day every day for the next week. Be worth it to do the videos, I suppose. And
well, we can send the women upstairs and drink wine and be
Yeah.
happy.
Or they can sit at the bar.
They can do whatever they want.
Sit wherever they want. Now that the Moose Cave, the Drunken Moose, is just about complete, I've just got a few other things to do. For those of you that have been following me, you definitely know what I'm talking about. And I'll actually be putting out a video on that too, just to kind of show everybody how far we've come. But let us get about 1/3 of the way through this, and we'll come back and we'll talk more about this Tatuaje Frank. Hey everybody, welcome back. So here we are, about 1/3 of the way through this Tatuaje Frank, and we've definitely been talking quite a bit about it. We've both noticed some subtle changes. We disagree at a few different points, however, there's a lot of different reasons that could be happening. Obviously what we had to eat today, what we've had to drink, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead, I'll let you go first with what you thought after the first third.
Oh, let me see. It's definitely, the flavor's gotten fuller. I'm getting a little bit of floral that comes and goes. A little more cedar in the middle. Still that pepper background. Nice red pepper in the back. It's still not overpowering. It's actually very nice. But it started out a little dry, but the flavors kind of rounded out.
Right.
Through the beginning. It's just getting fuller and richer.
Right. Yeah, I'm getting. See, I'm getting more dry now. However, I would agree that it's fuller. I would agree that I'm still getting notes, but I'm getting a lot more earthy tones than I was in the beginning. The pepper for me is definitely still there. The burn, I'm really impressed actually. My burn is quite nice, even for having a few construction issues. I've just been rolling it in the ashtray to keep my ash down. But yeah, I would say that coming across my palate is where I get a lot of that floralness. The pepper on my palate has kind of subsided a little bit. However, the pepper in the retrohale is where it's kind of, I don't know, becoming more potent for me. Mm-hmm. And the fullness is more in my retrohale than it is on my palate. You know, for a 7-year-old cigar, 7 or 8 years, I mean, what are we on? We're on number 7 now with Jekyll. So I'm assuming they were probably made a year before that. So yeah, I mean, an 8-year-old cigar, it is what it is.
I mean, one thing I would say is it's not nearly as strong as I was expecting it to be. I think it's probably like a full, a good medium.
Yeah, I would say,
strength.
Yeah, medium to full. But, you know, age will do that to a cigar for sure.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I can imagine what one of these tasted like, you know, fresh. One thing I will say is that, if I'm not mistaken, the Little Monsters were the same blend, obviously in a smaller package, but, you know, size does matter, you know, and I mean, she'll tell you that too, but, you know, size when it comes to a vitola of a cigar, I mean, you know, just like a Le Bijou, you know, I really like the Petite Robustos, you know, and I like all Le Bijous, but smoking, you know, like a Toro is definitely a different flavor for me. So I would assume that they're all the same blend. They appear to be, but so, you know, obviously, I'm never going to experience what a fresh rolled Frank is going to taste like, unless Pete decides to release, you know, like complete sets, you know, where, you know, like the mini monsters, you know, maybe he puts all of them and he fresh rolls them all at the same time. I just don't see that happening, but you never know. I mean, this is a cigar industry. Sooner or later, you know, when we get through Freddie and, you know, and all those other guys and everything else, I mean, you know, eventually you're going to run into, hey, you know, now what? So Pete, there's an idea for you. Let's come out with, instead of Little Monsters or Pudgy Monsters, let's come out with original release Monsters, all fresh rolled in one box. 2 of each would be great, buddy, and a great price point. I'm thinking like, you know, I don't know,
$10?
No, I'm thinking $180 for a box. You know, 2 of each. I mean, that's a fair price. But yeah, all in all, you know, so far I'm definitely not disappointed. It is what it is. The only thing that saddens me is this is the only Frank that I had, and now I have to go on the lookout for another Frank. I did have multiples of, I believe, all the other ones. Except the Boris, which is obviously part of the Actor series and not the Monster series. But yeah, so now I have to go on the lookout for probably actually 2 of these, because I'd like to be able to replace yours as well. You know, we smoked them, but you know, I don't know. I could see myself smoking another one of these. I'm kind of looking forward to the Drac tomorrow. I've never smoked a Drac either. But maybe I have. Maybe I have. Huh. Interesting. Either way, let us get another third of the way through this, and we'll come back with more of this Tatuaje Frank. Hey, so welcome back. So here we are, at the bottom of our Franks, and I think we've both been sitting here basically talking about this cigar the entire time, dang near. Pert near, as Sticks would say. But yeah, I would definitely say that the last third of this has been the best for me.
Yeah.
I think that the flavors have really released. I really wasn't getting the same floralness that I think you were until the final third, where mine kind of like, boop, it like woke up. But yeah, I definitely think that the floral notes in this are just really predominant now. The black pepper's still there. I still get the earthiness, a little bit of the dry earthiness, as well as I'm actually getting a little bit stronger part of the wood, I would say. Whether it's oak or cedar, it's kind of both ways. It kind of shifts back and forth for me. But all in all, what a great stick. I mean, I don't even know how long we've been smoking for, to be honest with you. What time is it now? 7 o'clock. I think we started, what, about 5:10. So just under 2 hours, and I've probably got another maybe 20 minutes left on this. So, a little over 2 hours. I think that with this cigar, the softer that I find that I draw on the cigar, the more flavors I notice. I do have a tendency sometimes to draw kind of hard on my cigars, but as I draw in a little bit softer, it really opens up even more. So, what do you think?
I have to agree. I'm still getting a lot of floral, a little bit of leather towards the middle, and then on the back end, still that nice little bit of pepper that's starting to get nipped in the nose now a little more than it was before. Overall, really good though. Really good steak. Not your average Tatuaje profile.
Yeah, I think a lot of that though is the age. I think we kind of talked about that too. I really kicked myself in the rear for not being as involved in 2008 as I wish I would have been. Not that I wasn't smoking cigars then, because I was, but I just really wish that I would have known now what I know, or then what I know now, because I honestly, I would have bought a ton of these things. I see what some people have talked about when they smoked them when they first came out, and I'm bummed out that I didn't get the opportunity to do that. And Ryan and I were actually sitting here discussing maybe doing the pudgy monsters as well, and I think that's a very good possibility that we will also be doing the pudgy monsters this year. I did do the little monsters, so I do have a little monsters video out, but I think the pudgies would be cool to go along with this and kind of see how they play out together, and I think we'll do that on video as well. Yeah. I think that the video is a good way for us to be able to look back and actually watch the video and see what's being said. So, yeah, with that being said, what a great cigar. I mean, for being as old as it is, I think it's still in good shape.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I would, if you have one, that I would let it go another year. Definitely not another 2 years. I mean, unless you're just keeping it for a collection, that's different. But it's lightened up enough from what I understand, what people were saying from the beginning to where it is now, that I would be afraid that, it would just lose everything it had. I mean, I think that if I end up with another one, it'll be strictly it'll just sit there as a display and say that, hey, you know, I've still got one of each. Then again, I mean, if you remember at the first Moose Fest, Dan brought over that really old, like 1930s cigar. We smoked that. That thing was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was blown away by the flavor in that. So, you know, it's like I said, it's very possible that you know, maybe this is as far as it's going to go. I don't know, but I would hate to try to smoke one of these and have it just taste like dust.
I don't think it's ever going to be a bad cigar. I don't think you're ever going to lose so much flavor that it's going to be bad. So I wouldn't worry about that.
Too much talking. But yeah, so definitely pay attention. We're going to get this video posted out to YouTube tonight. Tomorrow night you can expect to see the drag. I will get that posted tomorrow. Wednesday we will be doing the face. Thursday we need a night off. Friday we'll be doing the Wolfman. Saturday is the chili cook-off, so I don't think that we'll be doing one on Saturday because I would just hate to try to review something after eating all those different chilies and all the heat and stuff. I just don't think it's a good idea. So Sunday or Monday we'll pick back up with the Mummy. Right after that we'll go ahead and we'll hit Jason. Right after that, hopefully, well, I will. I'll have the Jekyll. We'll hit the Jekyll. The Jekyll will obviously be a fresh release. And then once that's completed, we'll move on to the Pudgies. You know, the nice thing about the Pudgies is we should be able to do a couple of videos a day. They're small cigars. They'll go pretty quick. I don't think we're going to really taint our palates too bad smoking, you know, a 45-minute to an hour cigar as compared to a 2-hour cigar. I do plan on smoking another cigar tonight, but it certainly won't be anything that I want to try to review. But with that in mind, got anything else you want to say?
Nope.
All right. Well, then don't forget, you guys continue to check us out at www.cigarfellas.com. You can always follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/cigarfellas. Instagram, I seem to have really taken a liking to this. So Instagram, you can look us up, Cigarfellas Moose. Let's see, Twitter at Cigarfellas. Don't forget, check out Cigar.com for all your accessories. I still think they have the greatest cutters and lighters made. My opinion, doesn't necessarily have to be yours. One of us is right and one of us is wrong. Doesn't really matter. I'm just busting everybody's chops. But definitely want to give a big shout out to Storm and Cigars for Warriors. And, you know, visit cigarsforwarriors.org. See what you can do to help out our troops that are overseas by sending some cigars. There's all the information right on cigarsforwarriors.org, so you can see exactly what they're all about, what they're doing to help out our troops. And to the men and women of our armed forces, please come home safe. Hopefully you guys will come home to you know, a warm welcome. I can definitely assure you, if you come home and you meet up with me, you'll definitely get a warm welcome. So until next time, I'm Moose.
I'm Loki.
And we'll catch you next time here at cigarfellas.com.